Now, an I-24 News exclusive. In a visit shrouded in controversy, American-Palestinian congresswoman Rashida Tlaib was supposed to touch down in the region. As we discussed earlier this hour, our Middle East correspondent Emily Rose went to Tlaib's ancestral village in the West Bank. She filed this report.
A running joke in Representative Rashida Tlaib's ancestral village of Beit Ur al-Fuka is that when U.S. President Donald Trump told the Palestinian-American congresswoman to go back to where she came from, she took his advice literally.
For me and for the villagers here, and for all the Palestinian people, we were so proud that Rashida became the first Palestinian member of Congress. We are very proud of that, and we are so proud of the effort made by Rashida to reach this position.
Tlaib was born in the U.S., but her mother is from this West Bank village, which is located about 5 miles west of the Palestinian city of Ramallah. Her family always said there was something unique about her.
When she was 10 years old, her grandfather said Rashida would be a lawyer. And Rashida, in whatever country she lives in, wherever she lives, she will be a leader.
For her relatives, like her grandmother, the congresswoman's support of the BDS movement, which calls for a boycott of Israel, comes from her life experience.
As a member of the American Congress, and also a Palestinian for some of her life, Rashida lived under occupation, and she lived the reality of the suffering from the Israeli occupation. So the message of her visit will be different from what you hear in the media about this region.
One of the stated purposes for Tlaib's delegation is to try to show Americans what it's like, the facts here on the ground for the members of her ancestral village and those Palestinians living here in the West Bank. If you look just to my right, you can see 443. That's the main artery highway that leads from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. And if you look just behind me, you can see the separation barrier Israel built with a stated purpose of security, and it runs just along the lines of Tlaib's ancestral village. Now, just above there are these brand new houses. The villagers here tell me they were finished around 2008, but they continue to expand. They're part of a settlement known as Beit Horon, which is really just very much right next to Tlaib's ancestral village. And just next to Beit Horon, that settlement, that Jewish settlement, is the entrance to the school for the local villagers of this Palestinian village. The head of the village council gave us a tour of the area, home to less than 1,000 people adjacent to the separation wall.
After the second Intifada Israelian, they came and they built the separation wall and they isolate the school, and this is the main gate. It was there in the other side. We used to use this gate. And the separation, the school became a small island closed by borders.
They hope that Tlaib's position in government will change U.S. policy in the region. Meanwhile, for them, she represents more than just the people of Michigan.
We are very proud that we have a person like Rashida, not just Rashida as a member in American Congress, and also she's a woman. She's a very strong woman. She make a lot of effort to reach this point.